Live. There we go. We're live now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Nerd Talk, talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Is that right?
So,
all you Northerners.
We're all in the North now, except Russ is down there.
So
we used to be the odd ones out.
That's very sad. I don't want to. Don't even, Russ. It's all cried out. Who knows that Lisa song? Tracy did.
I have no tears left to give.
All right, what's up, everyone? Let's get to the chat. Annie Coog, what's up, Dad? Okay, someone remind me how to say Captain Blank. I'm forgetting how to say
Captain Akron.
Akron. Okay,
Akron.
Akron,
Ohio.
Yeah.
You assume I knew what that was before now.
You can just say Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan, okay. Carlos, what's up?
Carlos. Tracy's here.
Kennedy.
I am here.
Yeah.
I'm even in chat.
The captain in this chat is a better captain than that idiot. Seriously. I am very excited to talk about how much I hate this Captain America. Yeah. What's up, Matt?
There's Matt.
Matt,
my man, Matt. My main man, Matt.
I don't think Matt's going to be here for very long because he still hasn't watched any of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, jeez.
So I got to get him to sit down and watch it.
I know several who are waiting for it all to be out, or they just don't want to watch it at all.
Really?
Because it's not WandaVision.
I'm very excited about. I think this was a really good episode. Finally getting Bucky and Sam together, that was great. But I think we should go around. Everybody say. I'm gonna try doing the question thing like we've been doing. So we can go around and everyone can first just say how they felt about the episode, and then I can get to questions. So, Russ, what did you think of this episode?
I mean, I thought it was okay. It introduces us to the new Captain America, John Walker, which I know everybody hates. It introduces us to a lot of the main characters in this episode, to where, and it just continues to set up things. So I enjoyed it. It is kind of a slower episode. If we're going to go ahead and say our favorite part, the therapy scene is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
But just that banter back and forth now with Sam and Bucky is great. So, I think it was a good episode. I liked the first episode better, but again,
there was more action in the first episode.
Well, there was action in this.
A little action in this, but there was not enough.
There was action. We had the truck fight and all of that, but again, you're sitting. You can't have action all the way through it. This type of a series is supposed to be more the espionage and the sneaking around and figuring out what's going on. But I enjoy it. Again, it's Marvel. I like it. They introduced some characters, and we have some hints to some characters that could be coming later that we can talk about at the end. But I enjoyed it. So because it's Marvel.
So what's up, Candy Mom? Hi, Will. Dawn, hello. Mike is in ninja mode. Teresa, hello.
Yeah, how come Chris Evans
is a better Captain America?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Cynthia?
Where's your captain? Go put on your hat. No,
that's in Florida.
When we were in Florida,
the whole idea is that your Chris Evans Captain America outfit was.
Are you blowing my cover?
Here's the thing.
You're blowing my cover.
When we're in Pittsburgh, he says it's in Florida.
The disco outfit's here. The disco outfit's here. The Captain America's in Florida.
Lordy. All right. Anyway.
I can't be looking too good on stream.
He's Bucky today anyway, so.
That was amazing when he was Bucky and we put the tin foil on his arm.
Oh, that. Yeah. No, I thought you meant the Bucky that he has on his shirt.
I am Bucky.
I loved the whole tin foil thing. All right, Dad, what did you think of this episode?
I liked it. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was about. I would say I'm on par with the first episode. I wasn't like 100% blown down by it. Again, I thought the little action sequence with the truck was pretty cool. I liked the interaction between that first introduction between Bucky and Falcon and the new Captain America and his sidekick. Because that's what the new Captain America is looking for, is sidekicks. He's not looking for a teammate. So the therapy session was good. The secrets. I can't wait to see where this is all going to lead up to. And figuring it's a 6-episode arc. We're 2 episodes in. We have 4 episodes to go. So let's hopefully things come out really good.
All right, Jeff and Ange.
Okay, all I have to say is it's not WandaVision. That's all I'm going to say. Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm watching this episode and I'm like, when's it going to end? It just seemed to go on forever. I like the storyline. I just think they're dragging it out a little bit. I like the interaction between. I'm glad that Bucky and Sam are together now because I love that interaction. And I don't know.
Look at Carlos weighing in here.
I know. Carlos weighed in last week, and I was like, "Really?"
He's dropping
Well,
names like
this is
Steve-O.
Carlos, who didn't watch Marvel movies for how long until he actually sat down.
And now he knows
he's into it.
everything.
I love it.
Carlos.
And he's in
Love
the
it.
chat. We got in about 1:30, but we didn't have internet.
Yeah.
We didn't have internet.
What happened
TV.
to your internet?
Well, we had
Yeah,
shut it down.
I had to go to the box, and the guy had to walk me through.
We had
reset
shut
the
it
whole thing.
down for 4 months, and then
Wow.
when we came home, it was supposed to be up again, and it wasn't.
So
So,
we got in about 1:30.
Carlos, high five right here. He is weighing in.
And
How can that dude be related to Kurt Russell? Look at his nose.
but here's the thing. I don't like. Would the army really send in 2 normal guys to fight 6? Like it seemed like they did better against these super soldiers than Sam and Bucky did, and I just found it a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah, the way he did that shield too, like,
Yeah,
show
I
him, like,
disagree.
really, like,
I agree. I mean, I think that it was a little.
They're just normal guys.
Yeah.
They're just normal guys. They don't have any superpowers like.
well, I think he has some
Bucky.
training, doesn't he?
But this
Neither
here's
did the Sam.
Sam has no super strength either.
Yes.
But
The
Sam
only
has
one
this.
Serum.
Sam has the wings.
Right.
He has the suit.
But I have
Yeah,
you have. But I think Russ knows where this is going, and if you know where this is going, as far
Okay.
as Johnny, for where
We don't know. You're right.
I
Right.
don't know.
U.S. agent in the comic books goes to the power broker to get power, super strength. So
Okay.
this was
Well,
the lead up, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, all those
Just-
other people
just
have
spoil it
super-
all, Tracy. Just spoil it all.
But all
I
those
know, I
other
just
people
did.
have all those other people have superpowers now. So you're thinking he's going to go to where they went to get some superpower?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just gonna leave
hi,
it.
Mike Cabral.
If I was
Yeah, we
on
totally
those semis,
listen. We totally just spoiled the rest of the season.
no.
Did we?
If I had been on those semis, I would have kicked the new Captain America, his new sidekick, and all 4 of those guys' butts. That's all I'm going to say.
You would have?
Yeah.
Yes, I would have.
All right.
All right,
So,
yeah.
These guys are a bunch of. I'm not even going to go.
Russ.
so I think this was a really good episode. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fighting and stuff like that. I really like looking into like just analyzing it myself about how the characters like are reacting to certain things. Like I want to talk about a specific line because I think a lot of Sam and Bucky's issue with this new Captain America is that, you know, he doesn't have the same mindset that Steve had. And they respected Steve's mindset. And I don't think they're going to respect this guy's the way he thinks because, one, let's talk about the fact that he used a gun.
Yeah.
Steve always used the shield. Steve never used guns.
He had a gun in the first movie,
So,
but he didn't.
yeah.
But that's
World War One.
going on as Captain America. He never used.
Yeah, he
a gun.
didn't use the gun.
And I think that the fact that this new Captain America showed that this isn't Captain America. This isn't who Captain America is. They just slapped the same name on this guy, and it's just it's really huge when we see him pull out that gun.
Yeah.
And I know I'm already like getting into it, but there's a specific line that I wanted to talk about, if that's okay. I'm already like looking forward to talking about this stuff. There's a specific line that he says to Sam and Bucky. And obviously Bucky's already done with this guy, and Sam's just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But the moment that he calls Sam and Bucky Cap's wingmen, Sam's done. Because here's the thing, Cap never considered Sam or Bucky his sidekicks. They were people.
Yeah.
They were people to Steve. They weren't his sidekicks. Not like a whole Batman and Robin situation. It was they were them and Steve was Steve.
Well, the other side of it too, it's the political side of it. The GRC are the ones that have basically recreated Cap. They basically stole the shield.
Yep.
And gave it to this guy who is definitely not Steve. And seems to all he cares about is the way he looks because of all the attention he's getting.
Yep.
Yes, he does want to do his job, but he's going about it in the wrong way. He's not a team player. It's, I'm Captain America. I'm the one that should be doing this. And that's he's very arrogant, very, just, yeah.
But yeah, like I wanted to talk about that one line because it really shows how just this guy isn't anything what Captain America should be.
Right.
So,
I agree.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
No.
Hello, Pete. I know you're watching and you're not chatting, but hello.
Hey, Pete.
So Carlos hates Dr. Rayner.
Yeah.
Who's
Annoying.
Is she a psychiatrist?
I hate that Dr. Rayner is only in these 2 episodes. She's supposed to. He likes the character.
You didn't like her. Okay.
Oh,
she annoys me. But
I didn't even know her name. Bye, Kenzie.
Where'd Kenzie go?
So let's talk about Kenzie while she's not here.
Yes. So
all I know is that Pete texted me and asked me if I should be eating cookies in the makeout room. And
my internet completely kicked me out for a second. I don't know what that was.
Geez.
Who are you making out with in that room, Tracy?
I'm not making out with anybody in this room. I guess Pete calls this Kenzie and Matt's makeout room. I don't know why they would want to do that.
I think Matt has only ever been in that room when he's been on a stream. I don't think he's ever actually just been in there.
So where do you make out then?
Oh God.
So
all right, for another stream.
Cynthia said, "I think Cap should come back and slap Cap in the face." I wish. That would be great.
Get out that time turner. Oh, wait, that's a Harry Potter. What do we use to go back?
Well, here's the thing. But here's the thing with all of this. If you're looking at Endgame, they changed the rules so much for Endgame that technically nobody can die in the Marvel universe.
Because shut up. Stop talking about time travel.
All they have to do is
bye, Tracy.
Stop talking about time travel and you can come back in.
Yes. I agree, Dawn.
I can hear him yelling in the other room. So
yeah, that was the
illegitimate Captain America. Was
as Captain America. Yeah.
As Captain
America, of course. Yeah. Stop talking about time travel. So
stop pouting.
So, and I also, next he will say that John Walker is a Skrull. So.
He's not, but still.
Are you sure?
What was that?
Isn't Johnny Walker
that's Johnny Walker. How about Johnny Walker Black?
Or Johnny Walker Red, isn't it? Johnny Walker.
Ooh, there's Johnny Walker Red, there's Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah, and actually in the comics, one of his aliases is also Jack Daniels.
Really?
Because it's a play on that.
Oh, that's funny.
Does he also have an alias of Jim Beam too? Jeez, really? That's
Carly or
confusing.
Gigi? What's
Carlos? Carlos is
Carlos
way
is-
into this.
what's he talking about?
Carly is
Carly is the redhead.
The
But I
redhead
don't think
is
she's
in
a
charge
particular
of
hero.
the people.
All right, so let's move on. I think. Did you guys explain how you liked the episode?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I did.
Let's
Yes.
move on then, Kens.
Did
You're not
Russ?
in charge of the
She
stream. I
did.
can
She,
kick you out if I want
she was
to.
talking about the line that
Kick me out.
I was talking
that
about
he-
the lines, and I
the
Wingman.
fact that they don't like each
also-
other.
I love when you can look at a character and know exactly what they're thinking, because at the end of the episode, you can see that Sam and Bucky just want to rip that shield off that guy's back. They so desperately want to do it because they are both so genuinely tired of this man.
Yeah.
Well, but they also talk about the fact that they can't do that because
I know,
it
but
would-
you can see that they want to. You can see
Well,
how upset they are that he
Well,
has that.
Bucky
shield.
especially. Bucky wants to take it right from him. Yes, but
Bucky, if Sam wasn't there, I think Bucky would try.
He does, Pete. He does.
And I feel like honestly Bucky probably could if he like, had the jump on him.
I heard
He would
Tinkerbell.
just end up becoming a fugitive anyway, so.
So Matt is asking Kens, are we watching the episodes together? We could
can
have,
if
Matt.
you want to. I don't know.
We could have watched it last night, but you guys wanted
Yeah.
to watch Beauty and the Beast. You kicked me out of the living room, told me to
Yeah,
go to
we
bed.
wanted to watch Beauty and the Beast. Exactly.
Aw.
So, all right, let's all right, what should we talk? We should talk about
I think we should talk about the flag smashers.
okay. The show seems to be pushing us to the hey, maybe this guy isn't so bad after all, but then it snapped us right back into reality. It really did,
Mhm.
because for a moment you were kind of just like, maybe, and then he just ruins it with the one
Mhm.
sentence, and it's just
I
wow,
agree.
Carlos. Okay.
And then he doesn't have to listen to me. Is that what he's saying, Carlo? Is that what you're
Probably.
saying, Carlos?
So everybody was impressed that I knew some stuff, but I'm even more impressed with Carlos now.
Carlos is coming
Yeah.
through big time.
I'm super impressed
Carlos
with
is having a
Carlos.
great
Carly
time.
and Gigi, I didn't even know their names.
I didn't either.
I was just gonna call her that girl from
I actually kind of agree. I think that
Polo.
there's a chance Gigi will probably not Gigi, Carly. I think it would be really cool if she does end up becoming a hero, but I haven't heard Russ say anything about her character in the comics, so I'm assuming she's not.
So Carly is a she's not a character in the comics, but there is another Morgenthau who is the Flag Smasher. So they basically took excuse me. They basically took this Flag Smasher character and created a group with his ideals. And he's anti-Captain America, basically. So he had the same powers as Cap. He's a super soldier, but has completely opposite ideals as Cap. So similar to John Walker, whereas, he's also opposite of Cap, but in a different way. So we've got three different sides coming, from all directions. And
Mhm.
so, which I think is also an interesting way of looking at the show, because you have three different perspectives as to how the world should be. And so the Flag Smashers and Carly she's a super soldier. She's the leader. I don't feel like she will be a hero, but I think she's also, she has good intentions. She has that Robin Hood, aspect, like what they're saying. But again, whether or not those intentions are correct. So
Is
Hi,
Carly
Glenn.
the one with the freckles?
yes. She's the redhead.
Who's the other one? Gigi.
Well, I think that's her actual name, isn't it?
Oh, why do you say Carly or Gigi? Are there?
All right,
She has two names.
No, that's her actress. Her actress is that's her name.
All right, so
Oh, okay.
So I
With the
wanted
flag-
The lady
Why
that
the
plays
watch-
her is named Gigi, I think.
Dawn
I
said
don't
something really good, and I think we should end up talking about the whole therapy session, because he really does reveal one of his biggest motivations, that if Cap was wrong about Sam being, who he is, then he was wrong about Bucky. And he doesn't want, that to be wrong. And I think it's really interesting that we do, obviously that scene is very funny. We get a lot of banter between the two of them, but it's also really important because it's getting to where Bucky is coming from.
Yeah.
So everyone can voice their opinions about the therapy scene if they want. I know we're skipping around.
I thought it was great.
So why is Sam not who Captain America thought he was?
Because
Sam doesn't think he
no,
is.
because I'm saying that
Captain
Steve gave Sam the shield.
Yes.
Because he felt that he was right to have the shield.
Yes.
But Sam gave it up. So
yes,
Bucky feels that Steve was wrong and that he didn't deserve the shield. So if he was wrong about Sam, then he was probably wrong about Bucky.
Right. But that's the thing. I see why he might be upset, but I don't feel like Steve was wrong in giving it to him. It's just that I guess for some reason Sam doesn't have the confidence, right, to feel that he deserves it. But
I think that's a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's partly a respect thing. He does not feel that he can fill he doesn't feel he can fill Steve's shoes. And Walker thinks the same thing. He does not think that he can fill Steve's shoes, so he's doing his own thing. And so
but
there's a respect thing happening there.
Yeah.
I feel like he is trying to be Steve a little bit, though, because you can see he's already trying to grow out that beard like Steve did.
Oh, really? Oh, geez.
Yeah, you can see at the end of the episode he's got stubble going on.
I didn't notice that.
I think that Sam, Sam is looking at it as, okay, I'm the Falcon. This is who I am. I'm not Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And so to change that persona to try and be Steve is wrong. And so I think that, and I do feel by the end of it, I do feel that he will take the shield and be the new Captain America. But, it'll be different. I mean, he will make it his own. That's what I feel. So, and I think that's the whole thing is that, Bucky thinks that, well, you should just have picked up right where Steve leaves off.
Yeah.
And he thinks he can do it. But at the same time, Sam, I think, is, hey, this is not right. This should be Cap's. This should be Steve's. That's why he wants it in the museum. So.
Yeah. Hi, Drew or Deborah. So
I have a question.
I wanted to answer this question really quick. Can Bucky get old? Yes, because he did have this. Obviously, he had the super serum, but that's not the thing that kept him young. Because you can see, what was his name? Isaiah?
Yeah.
He's older. He's aged. The reason Bucky didn't age like Steve didn't age is because Steve he was frozen. Bucky was also frozen, just in a different way.
So Bucky's aging now. He was just frozen, so he missed all those years. Now he's aging normally.
He is aging normally now, yes.
Okay.
So,
what was your question?
I think no one at the end will be Cap. The shield will be hidden or put away. I feel like Sam will take the shield, but he's gonna be his own person with it, or it's gonna go into the museum. Either one, I think, is a good idea. I just don't like this guy having it. Sam doesn't want to try and fill Cap's shoes. He has too much respect for him, at least at this point. I think Sam will eventually accept the shield. Yeah. So, Jeff, you had a question.
Yeah. So this Johnny Walker guy, was he the guy that was on the plane that Sam saved at the beginning in episode 1?
No.
I don't think so.
You sure? I watched that episode back and it looks just like him.
No, I don't think it was him.
Well, why'd they kill the other guy and save him?
Don't know.
Maybe it'll come up later.
What did they want with that guy?
We don't know yet.
Well, first off, you got to remember is that in in that first episode, that battle scene had nothing to do with the future of the episode.
Yeah, that was just a routine.
Because that's just
that was the mission for Sam.
Yeah, that was just Belrock.
I think it was him. I went back and watched it. It looked like him.
Well, listen, and if you're looking at the pedigree of Walker, it's not a bad pedigree. He's a decent soldier. He's good.
Yeah.
He's not. I think his moral compass isn't the same as Steve's, but he's still a good soldier. He still wants to do the right things for the world.
Yeah, but
It's
I
just-
think his what then?
Go ahead, Russ.
Well, I was just gonna, because you had said last week, Tracy, you were talking about the fact that Steve got his powers from being a scrawny kid,
Correct.
who was a fighter and who had that moral compass, whereas Walker is just a soldier.
Correct.
He's a born and bred soldier, and
Correct.
and that's so there's differences there.
Obviously, there's huge differences.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean, if you look at the core of it, Walker's just doing what he wants to. I mean, he's not doing it. Yes, it comes with a responsibility. Probably has a little bit of pride in it, and he's probably going to grow into a real jerk.
Yeah.
But when you look at the
Mhm.
core, he just wants to do what he thinks is right for his country and his.
Yeah.
So he's thinking he's doing the right stuff.
Mhm.
You know, he's going to be a jerk about doing it. He doesn't have the same. Like, he's not going to question. Like Steve could question.
Like Steve would immediately question things. He didn't just take someone's word for something. He made sure to do his own research and to make sure that it is what it is and not that someone's lying to him.
Well,
Can I
Go ahead,
just say, all right, the one line that kind of pretty much puts this in perspective is when Sam and Bucky's coming out of the police station, and Walker and his sidekick, whatever it is, are standing there by the police car. And when Falcon pretty much tells them, or him and Bucky says, "We're independent. We're not restricted by rules and regulations. They're free agents. They could do." And that's the biggest difference between Steve Rogers' Captain America and this Captain America. Steve Rogers was a free agent. He could do what he wanted. He wasn't in that military. He was assigned to S.H.I.E.L.D. and he was working with S.H.I.E.L.D., but technically he was an independent agent.
Well, it almost, it goes back and it kind of parallels the way Civil War was, to where you had the one side that was on Tony's side, we had the other side that was on Cap's side. The two different ideals as to how the world should be protected. And so the government side now with the new Captain America, the GRC, they're trying to do everything by the government side. Well, then Falcon and Winter Soldier are looking at it as, okay, well, no, we need to look at it at the moral side. And so it's the two different sides. But then you also have that third group with the Flag Smashers who have their own ideas.
Mhm.
So, and then we have other characters that come in later that are taking advantage of all of it.
And I think it's interesting how the Flag Smashers, they say, the world cares more about people who came back but it really doesn't, because you already see with the whole thing with Sam is that they're saying you had no income for 5 years. And he's like, well, I was literally didn't exist. And they said, we don't care. So, it's not exactly what the Flag Smashers think it is. It's because in the reality, they don't care about anyone really, probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree that Dad makes good points. What's your thought on this Cap trying to kill someone with a gun?
Yeah.
I think that really shows that he's not who Captain America is supposed to be. He doesn't represent what Captain America was, because he pulled out a gun and he tried to kill someone with it, where Steve never used guns. Obviously he did when he was first in the military, but later on as working with S.H.I.E.L.D., he only used the shield.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, Carlos. Carlos is either doing a lot of research online or he's really paying attention.
Yeah.
Anne's like, where's my picket sign? Because she doesn't like any of this.
Nobody
back
likes
Steve.
Well, no,
Bring
because
back
Annie,
Steve.
because Annie wants Steve back, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Steve's dead, so I don't think we can do that.
Is he?
Uh-oh. Tracy, what can we do?
We have no proof that Steve's dead. I'm hoping that he's
I don't
still
think we
alive, but
concluded
it's not
that
like he
yet.
can do anything. He's a frail old man.
Is he though?
I don't think we concluded that.
Hello, Francisco. That's fun to say, Francisco.
So, Russ, can you talk about Isaiah and his character from the comics? Because we don't really get a lot of backstory on him here, and I think we should really touch on that.
So Isaiah, what's his last name? Bradley. Isaiah Bradley is a character from the comics. He's considered the, and there's no other way of saying it because this is the way they say it in the comics, but he's the Black Captain America. And so his backstory, and they touch on this in the brief time that we see, to talk to him. He was a World War II soldier in a African American unit. They were captured behind enemy lines and experimented on. And they were given the super soldier serum. Well, he was the only one that survived and was able to escape. Later on, he finds a Captain America uniform and puts it on. And so he becomes the Black Captain America. So he is he's doing missions the same way Steve was, and that's where he was talking about that he was going in and doing missions and things. So I'm sorry, this is actually after World War II. So this is during, like, I guess the 50s, maybe 50s, 60s, Korea, that kind of time area.
He says that him and Bucky met in 51.
Yeah. So in Korea. And so he goes and does these missions and things. Well, then when he gets home, he gets arrested because he has powers. And because the government doesn't understand him, doesn't know who he really is. He's been doing his own thing the same way Cap has. And so rather than be honored like Steve was, he got thrown in prison and continued to be experimented on.
And I think this is a good segue into talking about the way that they are talking about racism in this show, because I think they are being very blunt with it. They're doing a really good job of showing things that happen in, like, our reality, our universe, are the same in this universe. This world isn't, free of racism. And we're getting, that scene with the police where we see that they are assuming that Sam is giving Bucky a problem and tensions are rising, and the only way that they get out of it is when they realize, oh, these guys are Avengers.
And then they arrest Bucky.
Because he forgot, because he didn't go to his therapy.
Well, no, they are not Avengers. Falcon is an Avenger.
Yeah.
I do like how Sam, when he came when they were going down to Isaiah's house, and the little kid called him Black Falcon, and he was like, "I'm just the Falcon."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I like the way that Sam started on this. Look, granted, I think I'm not going to get so crazy into this, but I do like the way Disney held this, where it said, where Sam says, "I'm not looking at the color, I'm just the Falcon."
Yep.
Right. Obviously, we had the different story, what's going on, but yes, they're touching on a touchy subject, and it's a volatile subject that nobody really wants to get into. And for me, when I'm watching a movie and I'm watching TV, I do want the escapism of, I don't want this being thrown in my face. But
I think
I understand them touching on it. I understand them touching on it, but you can't put it. You can't take this show and central it around.
No, but I think
that's what people off.
But I think that's something that is going to become important, because you're already also seeing the issues that are happening with Sam and his sister, and them trying to get I think they were trying to get a loan or something.
Yeah.
I think that racism is going to be a subject in this, and I think it's a good thing that they're doing that, because it's showing it exists here. I understand you want escapism, but we can't just ignore that kind of thing.
And you know what I believe they're going to do too? They're going to start discriminating against the people who were part of the blip. So they will
Yes,
be
they already
a
are.
group of
They have
people
already been
that
doing
they are
that.
going. They don't care what color you are. If you were part of that blip, you are being treated differently, and
Yeah, they
it's a
already
way
are.
of bringing that in. Yeah, you can bring that in. I mean, there's so many different forms of being discriminated
I
against.
never said it was going to be the whole show.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing's the whole show.
That-
And that's the most I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I was
think
just
it's
going to say
important that
that's
they're
where they're
talking
setting
about
it up. You know, the GRC are
Yeah.
looking at, okay, well, here are some programs we can give you to help you if you were blipped, but that's all you're getting.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the Flag Smashers are stealing medicine. They're doing things like Robin Hood. You know, they're trying to get the help to the people that need it.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know. And
I
then,
didn't even realize that, Russ, till you said
Mhm.
it, that's what the Flag Smashers are about, that they're
Mhm.
about sticking up for the people who are part of that blip and are being discriminated against.
Right.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're against. They think the world should be what it was during the blip.
They're the people
Oh, they
that-
do? Oh, they're against
Because
that.
they're
against it.
saying that
Well,
because
Wait a minute.
I remember them saying they care more about the people who blip
Yeah.
than the ones who stay.
well, okay, you're right. You're right.
They
You're
are.
right.
They aren't in. They're not supporting people who blip. They think the world should be what it
Yeah.
was during.
You're
the
right.
blip.
Oh, they're against.
They're
Yeah,
against
they're
the people
against
that came
that.
back.
So they're
They
Right.
want to
actively discriminating
suppress-
against people who blip.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they want to
So-
suppress the people who were blipped. They think
Well,
they should
I
have never
agree.
come back.
I agree that
Okay.
the show shouldn't be about one specific thing. This is about Captain America. This is about Falcon. This is about the Winter Soldier. It's not about racism. But I think it's important that we are seeing that it's actively happening and we can actually see how it's working here in the universe of the MCU. You know,
Okay.
I don't think it needs to be in every episode, but I think it's going to play a part in it because, you know, that is one of the reasons Isaiah went through what he went through.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
hi, Garrett. Hi, Keystone. What's the serum? The serum is the super soldier serum, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're
So, yeah.
stealing that.
I just wanted to touch on that and talk about that for a little bit.
The only person I don't like is Garrett because he uses my face without authorization.
So, yeah,
Right, Jeff?
I think it's really interesting how they're working with things. I think this was a really good episode. I know I already said that earlier, but I do think it was really good, and I loved seeing Bucky and Sam working together. And obviously they say that they're gonna work together now, and then once it's over, once it's dealt with, they're never gonna talk to each other again. We all know that's not gonna happen. Because I have a feeling that by the end of this show, they are going to be bonded over the fact that they just hate this man so much.
I do have to say that I feel like for me, WandaVision was a lot easier to follow, but that's just me.
Well, I
It
feel
was
like
easier to follow?
WandaVision
Yes.
was very hard to follow.
No, I was able to pick up on, there's so many different pieces, like even talking about these flag smashers or whatever they
All
are.
right.
I don't understand
There's
all
a
that.
lot
but-
of different locations in this. WandaVision was just there.
Yeah, there and
So-
outside, inside the hex and outside of the hex. I miss the hex.
This
So
is in
can-
so many different places.
So can we talk about Baron Zemo?
Who's that?
Yes. Let's talk
Oh,
about
for Pete's sake. Really?
Okay, once you start talking, I'll realize
Carlos
who
is
it is.
like, let's talk about Zemo.
I think
Oh,
Baron Zemo is going to
okay.
be like your Loki. He's going to help,
Yeah, but I don't like him enough.
but what I'm saying is he's going to help, but he's going to have his own agenda with the help. What do you think, Russ?
I think he's going to try and hold leverage. So, because he's in prison right now,
Correct.
He's gonna want to
think
be.
he's
in
gonna
better
hold
conditions
leverage.
and-
to try and somehow get his way.
All right, so let's talk.
And the only way he's going to give Bucky that information that he wants is to, basically get what he wants. So,
All right, so let's do a refresher for some of the people in the chat and Angela who don't remember who Baron Zemo was. Baron Zemo is the guy in Captain America: Civil War who activated Bucky while he framed Bucky
Yes,
for the
I remember
for the
who he is
bomb.
now. He was at the end. Okay.
Right. And like Kenzie said, I thought he was dead. That's the one So Baron Zemo is the one who traveled to Siberia. He killed all the super soldiers that were in the frozen
He was
Siberia.
from same place as Wanda.
His originally came from what was the name of the town there?
Czechoslovakia.
Sokovia.
Oh, yeah.
Sokovia.
He was a Sokovia colonel,
Yes.
and he framed Bucky. Bucky got captured. He activated Bucky, and that's why Bucky said, "This stuff's still in my head."
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah,
I remember
blah, blah,
that.
blah, blah.
Yes.
And even Carlos said,
knew.
"I know who Captain
Oh,
Zemo
come
is."
on, Carlos.
You've fallen below Carlos.
Carlos is into it now.
Carlos is like.
We are supposed to see.
This is what he looks like. If anyone is forgetting, this is what Zemo looks like.
Okay.
For crying out loud, we watched that movie right after.
I remember him now. I remember him now. He was the one that kept saying those words, Coco, blah, 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 and making him like
Coco.
Whatever the words were that he was saying. It was making all that stuff come back.
Coco.
That's what you do to activate Jeff. Cocoa, Oreo,
Marshmallows, warm water.
Next thing you know, Jeff's going crazy.
Hey, Chris, welcome in.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Chris.
So, yeah, I think it's interesting that we're going to get Zemo, and we're going to see how that happens, because obviously he is going to play an important part.
Well, we also have mention of the Power Broker.
Yes, the Power Broker. And what's funny is that at the end of this episode, when the Flag Smashers were trying to get on that plane, they said they found us, and they were thinking of the U.S. soldiers or Falcon and whatever, and it was actually the Power Broker who gave them their powers. And we could see this earlier in that episode where the text message, "You took something from me." They took either the serum or his soldiers.
I didn't even know
Wait,
that.
who did he
I
get
didn't even know that.
Wait, where did the text message come from? I'm sorry.
The guy named the Power
Broker.
Broker. The Power Broker is the guy who gives power, gives that super soldier serum to those people. Now, what I found funny with this is with the whole super soldier serum. Oh, that's a tongue twister. This is coming from me, who's David Banner, Dr. Banner, right? Bruce Banner.
Yes.
The reason why he's the Hulk is because he tried to reduplicate the serum. But then again, that's the whole idea behind it, correct?
So they were stealing that super serum. That's what they had on that plane.
No, what I'm saying is I find it ironic that in the first Avengers movie, right, Captain is flying to the hovercraft or the first hovercraft, and he said, "This is the whole Dr. Banner," and he was like, they tried to reduplicate the super soldier serum that was given to Captain, and that's what created Dr. Banner and the Hulk. Okay. But then again, now we have all kinds of super soldiers out there. Mm-hmm. So I just find it, Banner ends up becoming the Hulk, and everybody else is just super strong.
Yeah, because they got the right version of it, right?
Well, Banner, though, got hit by the gamma rays.
Yeah, it was an explosion. It wasn't injected into him.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Hulk, so I guess that's why I don't know,
it was a gamma ray blast that created the Hulk. He didn't inject the serum into him. There was an issue while making it, and it exploded.
Garrett, I think the original purpose, yes, it was a nuclear explosion, but they had to change it for now.
There are multiple different origin stories of the Hulk and even of the super soldiers.
Right.
But yeah, the Power Broker is basically a guy that he experiments on people and gives them powers.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And that's what he does, and so he does it for nefarious reasons. And he actually creates in the comics. He creates a super soldier for hire or a henchman for hire organization, and it's actually a wrestling front. The front of it is a wrestling organization. So like WWE,
man.
they have yeah. So the parallel, like the power broker would be like Vince McMahon, and he's got his super soldiers that are going out and doing bad things. It's not what Vince McMahon does, but I'm just saying it's the parallel to where he's got his, he's like the kingpin, or he's the one that is running the show, but he's sending out the super soldiers to do his bidding.
So what were they stealing then, putting on the plane?
Medicine.
Okay.
Is the power broker powerful?
We'll see what iteration they make him. They're probably gonna just make him a normal person.
Right, I think so too. So, I guess
his real name's Curtis Jackson.
So I guess the whole idea that the power broker, I think a lot of that comes from, if you've watched Deadpool, he puts the people through the same process that made Deadpool. This is what the power broker does, and pretty much does exactly what happened in Deadpool. He creates mutants or creates super soldiers and hires them out for people for hire. So that's where the power broker and the Deadpool kind of intertwine there.
Okay.
Don't call me Francis.
Don't call me Francis.
Hey, Will.
That's funny.
So, sorry, I have a headache.
That's what happens when you live with me.
Oh yeah.
I have a headache and I don't live with you.
Wow. But
Maybe have some sugar. It'll take your headache away.
No.
he's been eating these Buckeyes or whatever they are.
Let's not have a lot of sugar.
Buc-ee's.
It's corn syrup.
Oh, that's
Corn
that's
syrup
sugar.
is sugar.
Yes, total sugar is 15 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
Corn syrup is just sweet, super sweetened sugar.
Yes,
Gotta finish them.
0 grams of protein, so it's bad.
Okay, where are we?
I think what I'm looking forward to most out of this series is how Bucky makes amends with Mr. Nagasaki or whatever his name is. That's what I'm looking forward to most.
That's very sad.
That storyline is very sad.
Yeah. Hopefully by the end of the series.
How many shows are there? 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
we are
that's
down
down.
2. So we're left at 4.
We got 4 left.
Simple math.
All right.
Let's hope they're able to wrap it up well.
I hope
Is
so.
it, what movie is this leading into?
That's what I was going to say. What could this lead into? So we think WandaVision was maybe leading into Doctor Strange, right?
Which it is.
And then how about this one? What do we think?
I really don't know. I don't know if it's going to be leading into anything. I think it's just kind of its own thing.
Okay.
But then it will introduce, the aftermath of it will set up how the world is.
See, what I think is
After-
going to be interesting, though, because I saw something online.
A new Captain America movie? No?
No. Because people are saying that the grandson of Isaiah is one of the Young Avengers.
Oh.
Rush, do you want to explain that?
The kid that
No.
answered the door?
No, because that's just going down a rabbit hole.
Was that the kid that
The kid who
answered the door?
Yeah, he's one of the Young Avengers.
Oh.
So I do feel like, this is going to lead into the new Avengers. Because we've got Monica Rambeau, who's going to, still be out there. We still have Captain Marvel. We've got Spider-Man still that's out there. We've got Falcon. We've got Winter Soldier, who is now going by the White Wolf moniker.
White Wolf, yep.
Yes,
I know, I saw that.
Because what do you call him? White
Panther.
White
Yeah, White Panther.
No,
White
no, he
Panther.
called him something else, right?
White Panther?
Well, he
Called him White Panther, yeah.
he called him
And then he
White
goes-
Panther
he
because being
said
in
White
He
Wolf.
said he was he found that the most peaceful part was when he was in Wakanda, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's a thing too. Is the White Wolf is a big thing for his character. So Garrett, the Isaiah's superhero name, he really didn't. He was just known as the Black Captain America. So,
Okay.
and you can look him up. He's this big muscular
Hi,
buff
Sheree.
dude in a Captain America costume. That's what he is in the comics. So
Hey, Shelley.
Shelley.
Hey, Sheree.
Hey, Sheree. Hey, Shelley.
I still think Isaiah could be
I think that we're gonna get.
useful.
Okay, so we have Monica. We've got, like you said, Falcon, White Wolf, and then I'm hoping Wiccan and Speed.
Yeah.
Hopefully Wanda can get them back.
well, I think that'll be way down the road.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, they're a part of the Young Avengers.
I mean, we're also supposed to get Miss Marvel eventually. She's one of the new Avengers. We've got characters from the Black Widow movie that we haven't seen yet that could also be coming in. You
So excited
remember
about that movie.
the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor is still out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's still characters out there that could come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So I just looked it up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
well, I mean, of course, then too, we have no idea what's going to happen with the Loki series because that's the next thing for
June
the MCU.
11th.
So
No way. June 11th?
June 11th is
Yeah.
what? Loki?
Loki, yeah.
Oh, that's so far away.
So I will be in Disney when the
Wow.
Loki series drops.
Oh, you got to come over.
No, we're not going to be there.
I'll
Yeah.
be there.
No, you won't. You won't be there June 11th. You'll be here.
Isn't there graduation or something?
Yeah, that's the last day of school.
And yeah, Will, that's a possibility that we might get Miles Morales. It depends on how they do the set because I don't know though if they'll do live action Miles Morales or not, just because they're
Well, you also
doing
got to remember that
the animated
Sony
one, so-
Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man, and probably the only thing they kind of let go was Aunt May, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and J. Jonah
Jameson.
So they don't.
Ruh-roh.
They still have some ties to some characters, so they don't. Not everything. Like the Miles Morales Spider-Man might still be completely owned by Sony.
Yeah.
So you got to think of that. So
Yeah.
All right,
right
with
now,
that-
Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out, which is March 19th, 2001. The next one is the Loki TV show, which is June 11th. Then we have Black Widow coming out July 7th, 2021. The What If series comes out in summer of 2021. And then we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings in September of this year. The Eternals is in November of this year.
What?
The
Eternals.
Eternals.
Oh, I thought you said turtles.
The Eternals.
I'm looking
Then we
at
have
the
the-
turtles.
Turtles.
We
The
have
Eternals,
a Hawkeye. We have a Hawkeye series, which is supposed to come out at the end of this year, late in 2001. Another Miss Marvel coming out in 2001. Spider-Man 3 is
2001?
December 2021.
Thank you.
Spider-Man 3 is December 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse is next March, which is 2022.
Oh my
When
gosh.
is Loki Love and Thunder happening?
Thor, not Loki, Love and Thunder. Thor.
Sorry, I was reading the chat and someone said Loki's name and then I was reading
She's got
it.
Loki on the brain.
I do.
Thor, Love and Thunder
Thor, Love
comes
and
out
Thunder, when does that come out?
May 6, 2022.
Dang.
What comes out this year? Anything?
Yes,
Black
there's a
Widow.
lot.
Black
We
Widow.
got
Oh my
Black
god,
Well,
Widow.
it keeps getting
coming out
pushed
this year,
though.
Jeff.
When's
any-
WandaVision 2 coming out? No,
yeah.
I'm joking.
I think a lot of it is everything's getting pushed because they don't want to waste the money and not have people in the seats for
Well,
the movies.
they've made Black Widow to where it's going to be premiere access now. You know, so they're doing more on Disney Plus now instead of just theaters. I know. I just think that we're going to start getting these individual stories, not necessarily a big picture story. It's going to be these individual stories. But then when we get to the films, like Doctor Strange will be the next big one. Actually, Eternals will be the next big one, I feel. But I mean, I don't know. You know, that may change the dynamic too, because that's a whole nother group that basically rewrites kind of a lot of what we know Marvel history. So we just got to wait and see.
Can I ask a question about Disney Plus?
No.
So when we talk about this premiere access, it's per movie. So
Yeah,
correct.
right. So you get the premiere access for Raya, but then once you've done that, it's not like premiere access gets you premiere access to all the things coming. You have to pay it every time.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I will say.
I thought there was.
You're basically
Premier
just
access
buying
level.
the digital copy. Is what you're doing. You're buying the digital
Raya?
copy.
Raya and the Last Dragon
Was worth it.
really good movie. Well, Matt
That's
and
what
I saw
everybody
it in
says.
theaters. It came out on my birthday. We went and
Yeah.
saw it at theaters.
Oh, okay.
We have a movie theater here. Everything's really spaced out, so we weren't near anyone when we were sitting.
Okay. Spaced
right.
out like sitting apart, not.
Did everybody forget about Mandalorian?
No. I was
Well,
going to
that's-
ask about that, but
I was gonna say we've got other Star Wars stuff coming too. So
Right. We at the end of this series, I mean, we're going to be close. It depends. Here's something we really do have to discuss. Are we going to look at the Bad Batch? Because in order to know what's going on with the Bad Batch, we have to kind of like look at the last season of the Clone Wars animated series on Disney Plus, because that's where you get introduced to the Bad Batch.
We
The
have
Bad
5
Batch is a
minutes left,
show.
Yes.
so
Oh.
let's go around and say what everyone has coming up.
yeah,
This
we got plenty of time to talk about that stuff. So
true.
so Jeff
right.
and what do you got coming up?
So right after this, we're gonna head over to Hollywood Studios. Oh wait, no, we're not.
Yes.
It's very sad. What are we doing? So we'll have some videos to drop. We have plenty of vlogs coming.
I guess I left some grapes in the refrigerator while we were gone, and I got to get rid of those.
Yeah, I came home.
They're raisins now.
I opened the refrigerator. I'm like, did you really leave a bowl of grapes in the refrigerator?
Yep.
So, and then Thursday, Dreaming with a Mouse, but I don't know what we're going to be doing. So, and then Friday or Saturday. Oh, Friday, do you guys want to do family pizza night?
I'm down. Ken's?
You good with Friday? Okay, so family pizza night on one of our channels. And then and then Saturday we're hopefully going to go to Top Golf here in Pittsburgh. And we'll do a stream.
And I'll be in a Speedo just for Stacy.
Oh.
Wait,
really?
no.
What?
What? Stacey,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thanks for letting us know that so we can tune out.
Viewer discretion advised.
Oh.
All right.
My goodness.
Russ, what do you got coming up?
So here in just a few minutes, I'm going to be jumping on over with Chris, Dad Builds. Supposedly we're doing NASCAR, but I think it's going to be rained out. So we actually are probably going to continue our Marvel conversation.
Okay.
Because Chris
Cool.
wants to do that. So I think we're going to
cool.
do that. Tina will probably be on there too. And so yeah, we're going to be doing that. And then on Tuesday we have book club. We're going to be discussing the film On Her Majesty's Secret Service because we finished the book. I will plug Tina's show on Wednesday for Wednesday whateverness. We're going back to the 80s, and that'll be fun.
It's going to be
And
so
then
much fun.
on Saturday, the plan is right now, I will be going live from the Skyliner Resorts, and we're going to be doing
Jeff can join you.
He won't be there. Oh.
Oh,
We're going to be doing a
15.
scavenger hunt, and so and there'll be a little bit more information about that throughout the week because I'm going to need some clues. So, Ange, this is what you missed yesterday about
Yeah.
getting stuff in. If you
So you're
if
going
you
to be
have,
at the Skyliner. Okay.
if you have anything that you like a clue or something that you want me to go and try and find.
Okay.
Send it to Chris on Instagram, okay?
Okay.
Dad Build.
Uh-huh.
Because he's going to help compile the list for me, and then on that Saturday, I'm not going to know anything about it, so I can't like pre-plan.
Okay.
But it has to be anything that I can access from the Skyliner. So anything like the resorts, I can't go into Epcot. I can't go, can't do anything else. Like that. And it can't be anything that I have to go and like purchase to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So those kind of things. Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, Dad.
Tomorrow? No. I got nothing tomorrow. Tuesday, yeah. Russ has already talked about it. Wednesday, Russ has already talked about it. Thursday, I'll be doing my Wednesday whateverness, and we'll figure out what we're doing there Thursday. And then Friday pizza stream. And then we're back here on. Or Russ, am I going to be hosting next week?
You can if you want to. We can switch.
Yeah.
We need to let Dean know. So.
Well, that's fine. That whatever. We'll just let you cover it, and you just took my week, which is fine. We're just waiting for my time to roll around again.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to screw up Dean.
Okay. All right. Well, then it'll be on mine then next week. Then. So.
All right. And then tomorrow I have my 4:30 to 5:30 stream, and I think everything else I do has been mentioned. So you have to ask Ange if she wants for us to go over to their house and make sure Jeff didn't leave grapes in that fridge.
He almost left strawberries.
Oh,
No, that would
really
not have
bad.
been good.
The good thing is the house in Florida, he will be back in 2 weeks. These grapes were in this refrigerator for 4 months or whatever
Wow.
it was.
Did you eat one?
No.
All right. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's a great show so far, and I think it's gonna just continue being great. I can't wait for next week's. It's gonna be fun talking about it. I got to get Matt to sit down and watch it.
Yes.
So he can also participate in the chat. All right, and we'll see you guys in the next streams. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Eat your grapes in the next stream.